Yo, what's up everybody? The Battlefield beta just released and I got my hands on it. I've been playing for about 4 or 5 hours and these are my first impressions. I'm gonna show some gameplay as well as I talk about some of the good things and bad things that I got from the Battlefield beta that we just played. So I'm gonna start off with the good stuff. One of the main things that Battlefield is known for is the graphics. I mean, and it's all there. You have the bushes, the weather, the buildings, everything is top notch. I was running on 1440p and my FPS was actually pretty damn high, more so than would be on EFT or even Warzone itself. And I gotta admit, there's a lot going on in Battlefield and it runs so smooth in that kind of aspect. The weather is next level. There's nothing like getting thrown into a fight and then thrown into a storm at the same time. And it's not like a storm as if you were playing Escape from Tarkov to where it can be very distracting and you can only see like 20 yards ahead of you. It's there with you, but it's not very potent, so you can still maneuver and go around it. And I haven't experienced any of the tornadoes or stuff like that yet, but I'm looking forward to it. The third point, Battlefield still has that movie feel. If you ever played any of the Battlefields in the past, you've been thrown into situations or moments to where you actually feel like the lead role in your own action movie, and it is 100% still there. It's unbelievable. I love it. I live for that kind of stuff. You got buildings crumbling, enemies pushing in on you, helicopters flying, and jets going right over your fucking head. And it's amazing. You really feel like you're inside of a movie right now, like if you're in Black Hawk Down or stuff like that. It's fantastic. So if that's what you're looking for in Battlefield, you're gonna get it again. The fourth thing, the spawn rates whenever you die and everything is pretty damn good. I didn't find myself waiting in the lobby too long to get back into the action. Yes, I would have to wait for a territory to be capped or say my teammate to get out of combat. But other than that, it's pretty damn quick. There is one thing I'll admit though, when I'm in the lobby, and I'll go back to this later, but I want to be able to customize my weapon, and I'll touch up on that in a little bit. The fifth thing, there is total destruction. Remember the old Battlefield, you can knock down a building with the tank if you want to. You can do that exact same thing here. There's a lot of explosions going on, a lot of stuff happening, and like I said, the FPS that I had for 1440p never really stuttered or dropped. The sixth thing, the guns feel pretty good on the most part. I did run with the SMG, which smacks. It does feel like an SMG, super fast fire rate and everything. The AR is amazing, by the way. The M5A3 is definitely the meta. Yeah, we're talking about metas already in the beta. Tell me about it. I'll talk about the snipers a little bit later. They need a little bit more to actually feel like it. The seventh thing, hot swapping attachments, revolutionary. I cannot tell you how many times I found myself in the game in different situations and be able to swap to a silencer if I want to be silent. If I got a guy across the map, I can switch to a longer range rifle. And if I need more mags or armor piercing rounds, I can literally switch right to it. It's one of those things that kind of almost seems like it's going to be a next step in the games that we play. I wouldn't doubt that we see this in Warzone or be emulated in Apex Legends or stuff like that. Well, maybe not Apex because you can already kind of do that. The eighth thing, the movement in Battlefield. Holy shit. I honestly, I like it more than Warzone's movement. It's right there with Apex Legends, but still feels like you're an actual real soldier. You can start running, sliding down. You can slide down hills just like you would in Apex, and it feels great. Joe Woe is gonna have a hell of a time. There's parts in the game where I felt like Joe Woe myself. I'm literally running around enemies, sliding and everything, tripping them up, and they can't do a damn thing about it. And I'm shooting from the hip, and it feels great. That's one of those parts where you feel like you're in an action movie. It literally did. I felt like Arnold Schwarzenegger at times. It's cool. The ninth thing, the equipment is pretty damn good. I found myself mostly using the grapple the whole time, and the grapple, it's not really like the grapple that you would see from Halo or Apex Legends to where you can kind of whip yourself around. It's more to, if you shoot to that point, that's exactly where you're going. You can't really swing yet, at least not that I have tried. But that's where I found myself using the most because it helps me get in out of bad situations. Say I got a tank in front of me, I'm behind a tree, and I got to get the hell out of here. I can quickly grapple and get the fuck out. Also, if I need to get to buildings or want to do on the attack, I can quickly do that as well. And I'm pretty sure you can shoot as you grapple. Now, I didn't have much time to do that because when you're playing Battlefield, you're not really going to be grappling and shooting people unless you're just trying to get a trick shot. The 10th thing, back in the old Battlefields, when you would used to be a medic or an assault or engineer, you'd be stuck to certain weapon classes. I remember assault was only ARs. Medic was like, you could be a DMR or like a submachine gun. And then sniper was like literally sniper rifles or marksman rifles. This is totally different. If I want to run a sniper class and have the ghillie suit on, I can totally do that, and I can throw a med kit in with me. Before, it used to be you had to be a medic to have a med kit. Now it's not like that. If I want to use the grapple, I would choose assault, and then I would choose a sniper class with that, and then I would throw a med kit on it. It's pretty damn cool that you can create your own classes and kind of do the game that you want to play. So now that we talked about the good stuff, let's go to some of the not so great stuff. Now, these are things that can be easily fixed. They're not game breaking whatsoever, and still I'm amazed with how well Battlefield's doing right now. It is a harder type of game to play, so if you're used to Call of Duty Warzone and not a huge learning curve, let's be honest, it's Call of Duty Warzone. This is Battlefield. This is known to be a little bit more hardcore. Oh, it's hardcore. It is what it is. I cannot help what it is. You'll see if you ever played both games, you're gonna know it's not like Warzone whatsoever. The first thing, the snipers in Battlefield back in the past, that was what I did. That was one of the things I lived for, was using the sniper rifle in Battlefield. You'd be able to take out like a whole squad of enemies in a matter of 5 seconds. Right now, you can't do that. The snipers are very weak. I found myself shooting somebody maybe 200 meters away like 4 or 5 times, and they're still fucking running. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're healing at the same time, which shouldn't be possible because the way you have to drop equipment is if you drop a med kit, you got to sit right around that circle. Maybe they're going to change it. I would imagine they do. But on top of with the less damage is the bullet drop. It is insane right now for sniper rifles. It seems like the AR actually shoots further and has less bullet drop than the sniper rifle, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be opposite of that. Number 2, this is going back to when I'm in the menu, customize my weapons. So you do have the hot swapping of attachments while you're in game, but let's say you're about to load up, you're waiting for a point to be accomplished or taken so you can spawn on that. You cannot change any of your attachments. The only thing you can change is the weapon you want to use and the equipment and grenades and stuff like that. But if I want to walk in there, let's say an assault rifle, and I need a close range scope with a silencer, I can't do that in the pregame. I have to wait till I'm actually alive in the game, and I don't really like that. I think it needs to be a little bit opposite. I feel like that's kind of backwards to what it should be. It's almost like punishing you for dying, but then it's like when I get into the game, I want to change my attachment, I'm going to die again. So it's like, let me know what I want. Number 3, the bullet drop mechanic needs some tweaking. Like I said, the ARs and stuff, we can skip that one. So we'll go. Number 3, the attachments can sometimes malfunction. I found when I choose the assault rifle, it has that dual scope where you can look down, and then it has like the little red dot on top. You can hot swap between those really quick. You don't have to go to your attachment menu. But I found times where I'm trying to do that and it wouldn't let me do that whatsoever. So I found a workaround. You go to hot swap and you choose a different scope, load that up, and then you go back to the first one and it lets you redo it. This is an easy fix that they can do, so it's really not that big of a deal. Number 5, ammo is like so scarce or scarce, however the hell you say it. But it's like if you run into 3 or 4 enemies, you're already running out of ammo. You need to have more stuff going on. And this game, I'll get to it, it's not a very team-based game like other Battlefields, but there is a workaround for running out of ammo, and I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be like this, but when you're doing your hot swapping attachments, you can choose a different mag, and when you choose a different mag, it actually gives you full ammo after that, which I'm almost positive it's not supposed to be like that. Number 5 or 6, it's the teamwork, what I just was talking about. Most Battlefields back in the past, at least from what I remember, was you were working with your squad most of the time. You'd be a medic, an engineer, someone to have ammo, someone to have health, and someone to be able to do suppression fire or scout out for you. It's not like this right now. I found times, and this could just be because it's the beta, but where I'm running solo most of the time and running out there trying to do what I can and get what I can. I didn't find myself being revived so many times by anybody because, like I said, it could be the beta. People are just trying to get their hands on the game. It seems like the team aspect almost of squads is not quite there yet. I would be interested to see what it's like in the hazard zone, but this is just going off of Conquest alone. Number 6 or 7, I forgot where we are, but the vehicles. Ground vehicles feel fantastic. They feel great. You can do a lot of stuff with them. They feel really easy to maneuver and move around. But when it comes to flying, back in the past with Battlefields, I used to fly the assault copter the whole time. That's what I did. There was a map in Battlefield 4 where it was like an oil rig and stuff where the helicopters would spawn. And that's what I did the whole time. I would fly that. It felt great. I was like a master at it. But in this game, they took the old controls and just completely threw them out the fucking window. It's like a total new way of flying helicopters. I want to throw up. It's how nasty it is. I don't understand how some people are already so good. They must have gone back to the old controls, but there's far and few between of where it needs to be. It needs a lot of work right now with the flying and stuff, and it's just not quite there yet. But like I said, this is an easy fix for the control. And the last thing, second to last thing, I got one more that really irked me. But the UI right now is horrendous. I don't know who did it in the menu and stuff, but it is absolutely terrible. You need to go back to Battlefield 4 and all your older Battlefields and literally copy, paste. What you have right now is so clunky and you have no idea what does what. There's so many different options, so many different side menus. Like, please fix all that up. Go back to the classic mode. Please let me be a veteran of Battlefield and just choose veteran of Battlefield, and it just goes back to normal. Don't make me have to think about how to control this game. There's already so much stuff I gotta do. The last thing, it took me an hour and 30 minutes to get to play the game. When I first loaded up into Battlefield, by the way, you have to work with Origin. Even though you use Steam, you had to go to Origin. Origin is the worst platform there is. I don't know what it is about Origin, but it is terrible. Please delete Origin. Don't use them, Battlefield. You're better than that. But it ruined, like, almost made me not want to play the game. On top of that, for some reason, they do not like foot pedals. When I first loaded into the game, my guy shot the whole time, used all his ammo. I couldn't switch any controls, and I was trying to use the controller. It wouldn't let me. Wouldn't even let me use the mouse and keyboard. It was so stupid. I had to unplug my foot pedal, and it made everything better. But still, why is that a thing? That shouldn't be a thing. That's really my main thing. Is please just make the UI more intuitive, more easier to use, and better. Like I said, these are really, really easy fixes for them to do. But I'm very, very excited to play Battlefield. I played last night for like 5 hours. I was supposed to get off at midnight. I went all the way to like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was crazy. What you're seeing right now is my last game. I think I dropped like 39 kills. I'll let you watch the rest and enjoy, but Battlefield is going to be a contender coming up. I don't care if you're a Warzone person or blah, blah, blah. This is going to stay. This is it. If you're a Battlefield fan, this is exactly the game you've been waiting for. None of that World War II bullshit. No one cares about the past anymore. We want the future stuff. When Battlefield 4 was actual, like, out there, that was the best game. It used to be Battlefield and Call of Duty headbutting. Now it's like Call of Duty up here and Battlefield trying to reach. I'm almost positive it's gonna be Battlefield up here and Call of Duty trying to reach up to it. Especially if they do create a BR that's actually worth something. I'm not sure if they are, but they do have this hazard zone that's supposed to be like EFT, which I assume would be more of the squad-based type of game style. But that looks very, very cool to play, and I wonder if we're gonna get a little peek at it this weekend. So we'll see. Enjoy the gameplay below. My name is Fury SFX. If you like the video, please, and hit that sub button because there's gonna be a lot more content coming out for all the new games, especially first-person shooters, because that's my favorite. And Battlefield, I hold dear in my heart. So if you're a Battlefield fan, I'm your guy. Once again, I do have the links down below for you to click for my Twitch and all that kind of good stuff. Other than that, just have a good day. That's the only bad thing. How the breast is. I'm going down here.
Dude, I'm...
Oh, someone get over here and help me!
That was a good shot by you, bro. I got nothing to say on that. That was a good shot. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't something I did consciously, I'll say that.
B. B is to cut parachute?
No shot you survived that. I wish I could see how much health like they have left. Oh my god, he has 12 HP in the bottom right. Okay, now I see it. I just want a badass like shot.
You've hurt them badly. They're down to their last.
Jesus. Who the fuck is this guy?
Outgoing!
Yeah, suck on that.
Oh, come on.
Is the game about to end? Okay, I was about to say, what's fucking happening?
Yeah. And we won.
Nice,
Whole
good shit.
32. Oh my
Good
gosh.
shit. I got 37. Nice.